you again with Coach Josh Brown, assistant coach Matt Campbell. We've got players Logan Markle, Brady McDaniel, and Connor Campbell joining us. Had a good week to talk about baseball. A lot of exciting things happening at Grace this week. You had three big games this week. I'd love to start with Monday and Tuesday games, but I would be remiss if I didn't start with your game against Washington on Friday. Um, what a game! 20 strikeouts, setting a record for Logan Markle. That is quite the accomplishment at any level, but no, in high school, that is quite the feat. How are you feeling coming out of that game, and what was your focus going into that game?
Going into that game, I was pumped. It's a Washita 5A last year. We stole one from them. We weren't supposed to beat them, but we did, and that was a really big game for us. I went into that game with a lot of confidence, knowing my guys had my back, and I just felt like I was in the zone the whole game. Felt good, everyone was good, and I felt like I had a little fire behind me that game.
I mean, these numbers are just eye popping to look at. I'm thinking you got 60 strikeouts on 5 walks on the year, and I know it's early, but that is ungodly numbers for anybody at this level. And Coach, you got to be excited about what you got on the mound.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm excited. Logan, he's done a great job. Excited about the whole staff. Logan and Brady give us a great 1-2 punch, and excited to see what they do the rest of this season.
That's excellent. And you beat Washita 3-0, and you beat Como earlier in the week. There was 12-0 and 15-0. And obviously the defense was the story there as well as the offense. It looks like we talked last week, and you were wanting that defense to come together more and gel more, and you were thinking of different things, maybe lineup changes to try to get the guys going.
Well, we are playing some different guys at the bottom of the order. We gave some other guys some opportunities Friday night. We gave an eighth grader a shot in the lineup in the bottom of the order. We're just trying to get a little spark at the bottom. We left too many men on base Friday night. I will tell you that. We left 12 on base, but it's going to happen in baseball, and we don't want to fully peak right now at this time of the year anyway, but we do like our squad. We're still trying to figure things out for the most part. But I tell everybody this, we have 4 inexperienced guys that's been playing a lot at the bottom of the order. They have no high school experience. This is their experience that they're getting right now, these first 10 games. So, but we've played, I think, 6 or 7 guys that have played, and that's been in the 7, 8, 9 hole. And then we've been DHing the guy the whole year. So we've 7 or 8 guys getting a lot of reps, and we're going to continue to do that until somebody steps up. And the other night, like I said, we just left some guys on base, but we got some big hits when we needed. And anytime you get Logan on the mound, he was in the groove. You just sit back and watch and enjoy it. And, his velo was special that night as well, and great command of all his pitches, and we were excited about it.
Well, Logan, what pitch was working for you Friday night?
No, I'd probably have to go 2-seam and slider.
Gotcha. Is that do you feel more comfortable throwing those pitches over your other ones?
Slider's probably my favorite pitch. I command of it, and then I like to go back to the 2-seam after going slider, and I like to go with a away pitch, which is my 2-seam.
Right, throw them off a little bit. I would say, we talked a lot talking about Logan and the Friday night game, and for his part, and you mentioned Brady a little while ago, and I got to mention Brady's got 32 strikeouts and 3 bases balls here early in the year. So I mean, he's right behind you and playing really well as well. So Brady, tell me what your success is this week. What you attribute that to? What was your focus going into that game? How do you stay focused going forward?
Oh, yeah, just throwing strikes. I mean, anytime you throw strikes, you're either going to strike people out, make them hit the ball to people. And we have a really good defense behind us, and just I have confidence in my guys behind me.
Sure, and you got the more you pitch like that, you got a ton of confidence behind you. It looks like the bats are staying alive. Your offense is clicking. Coach, have y'all done anything different that way with the offense this year? Just they're scoring a lot of runs. It seems like.
We have changed our style up a little bit. I think we're doing some different things that we haven't done last year. We depended probably on the long ball a little bit last year. We had a few guys that were swinging the bat pretty good, and we didn't really. We kind of let the kids play last year a little bit more. We're being a little bit more involved in coaching as far as the offense. We're kind of running a little bit more. We're trying to play a little small ball. We're doing some different things to try to keep people on their toes, and so far it's working. But again, we're still trying to figure a few things out, and it's very early, but we like what we see. And like I say, anytime you got your pitching staff doing what they're doing, hey, we just need to put up 4 or 5 runs, and we got a good chance to come out on top.
And you got to feel good about what you're seeing early on and carrying you through the rest of the season. That's got to make you feeling really good right now. Is but you haven't even played district yet. You haven't gotten into that. I know there's tough games coming up, but this is quite the start.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got Mother Nature coming in. It looks like the end of the week. So this week, we're trying to just get the reps, try to get better. We got some big games ahead of us. Conference plays coming up, sneaking up on us, and it'll go by fast. And I tell our kids, enjoy it, play with passion, and play with some energy, and have fun doing it.
You got to have fun. I mean, and it looks like they're having fun right now. How do you not have fun when you're winning like this and you're pitching like this? I mean, everybody's contributing in some kind of way, and that builds confidence and it propels you through. That's got to be good to see and fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt about it. Coaching staff's doing their job. It's been fun. I mean, I like our staff a lot. I like our players. They're a bunch of good guys. I mean, they all care for each other. It's one of the funnest groups I've had, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like they're having fun, and I'm hoping to get down and see them play here in a couple of weeks. I'd love to get out there and see a game or two and see how they do, and maybe do a live show from there if we can make it work. But that'd be fun to do. When I coach, and I think as far back to Grace as I can remember, you've always been there. That's one constant has been Coach Brown, and right behind you has been Coach Campbell. That's as far back as I remember. Campbell's been right your side. He's been an assistant, and he's been loyal to Grace for a long time now. And Coach Campbell, what are you seeing this year that maybe is different than years past, and what are you most excited about?
Man, I see that the future's bright for Grace right now. We got a young team, very young, and when you got guys throwing strikes the way they're throwing strikes right now, it's hard to compete with. I mean, it makes it really it's the potential there, the excitement there is phenomenal. I mean, just for instance, like when we played this past Friday against Washita, he threw, 20 balls and 68 strikes.
God.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't care, who you're playing. Those stats. And Brady's curveball, man, it's just something. It's just falling off the table. And then you got Connor here, man. It's just the whole team helps contribute. Even guys on the bench that coming in, getting reps. So it's like Coach Brown said earlier. It's just getting reps and making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to need. We're doing what things we need to do, and it's exciting.
And taking that approach this year, playing more of the small ball and getting everybody involved. That's going to help you set you up in the future too, getting these young guys involved right away versus, having to wait a year or two.
Right. No, when you got somebody throwing some gas like he was throwing the other night, man, it's popping. It's awesome.
It's fun to watch, man. It's intoxicating when you start watching it and seeing it in real time. And the sky's the limit right now. I mean, as a sophomore, it's incredible stuff. You don't see that very often.
This whole group of guys is they're going to be a force to reckon with in the next few years. So,
yeah, it really is something scary to think about when you look at the age on this group, and this is a young squad. This is not a senior laden team. So
Right.
you're in good shape going forward. It looks like.
No, we definitely are.
Yeah, we really are. You know, Cooper Courtwright's one of our seniors. He's a shortstop. He's probably playing the best ball he's played since he's been at Grace. His leadership's been great. He's matured a lot, and you know, him at the plate as our leadoff guy, man, he is just like another coach on the field. I feel like he sets the tone, and he's doing a great job. And you know, Connor stepping up this year, getting that DH role. So, you know, we're trying to just keep it going. But hey, I'll tell you what, Lane, it's a lot different than the, you know, Wayne Roberts days. We go back to those days.
Yeah.
You know, you think about where Grace was. You know, I remember coming in there as an assistant coach, and Wayne, my first year there, he's like, Coach Brown, you know, we only got 8 players, but we're gonna take a kid out of the classroom. This is back in 1998. We're just gonna stick somebody to right field. Well, I've got a couple guys. We're gonna rotate every week. And man, I don't know, just those days from where we are now, you know, from 2004, the first program win to now, and it's just special to watch for sure.
I know privately we've talked a lot about it, and there's times I've talked to my brother about it, and just remembering those days, and even Ben, we've talked about those days with Wayne Roberts and the trials we went through, and the things we saw. Is like you tell other people that, and they just don't believe it, you know, and to see where the program is now really is unbelievable. These guys would never know that, but my gosh, I mean, I know when we first started, we were losing games routinely, 19, 20 to nothing. And that was a close game. So, I mean, it really, to see where it is now is really something. And I talk about it a lot with other people just because you see what you've done with it, and over the success you've had, the time you've put in, the effort you've put in. It just, you look at the ballpark, the field you play on is this, man, you've worked real hard there. You put a lot of work into it. It's got to be one of the nicest fields in the conference that you play in, to come there. And I've seen some of the other fields you play out. There's not much to write home about. This is something to be proud of there at England Airport.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to have good people, you know, and it starts with them. You know, I can do all the stuff and try to put the time, but you got to have good people around you. You got to have people to buy into what you're doing. And, you know, it's the people, it's the relationships, man. And that's why you do it. That's why I do it. I mean, you know, I look back and I'm, you know, sitting here still talking to guys that they've got kids now I coached, and, you know, see what kind of husband they are now and what they're doing with their lives. I mean, that's what it's all about. And we're just trying to give back. I always used to tell Coach Campbell this: we're trying to give them something that we didn't have when we were in school. And, you know, I try to always do that. You know, sometimes some of them may not see it, but, you know, we may be hard on one or two here or there because we got to be, but we just try to do the best we can. And it means something in the long run.
It does. And I was talking to my kids about this just the other day. They're, you know, playing basketball. It's a little kid basketball, and their coach is real hard on them. He's the guy that's he's gonna yell at you. He's gonna critique you when you're wrong, and he's gonna praise you when you're doing good. But you're getting both ends, and I love it. It's something I grew up on with you, and going back to Coach Chad coaching basketball when I was there, and it was hard coaching. And these kids, a lot of these kids, they just don't understand that, or they don't like that because they're not getting the reward aspect they're used to getting. And my kids are like that. And really, just, you know, he always yells at his daddy, and you know, he always, you know, he's not happy with us or whatever. And I love it. I'm like, you know what? He's coaching you hard. It's going to help you. You're going to be better when you move forward in whatever you do, and you're going to remember these experiences right now.
Oh, absolutely, 110%. You know, if you're low, there's a time to love on them, and there's a time you got to be hard. You know, that's just part of the job. And most kids, like I said, most of them understand it. There's always those few that they don't get it. Did you play back in the day when we had Jonathan Bircher? I don't know if you did or not.
Yes, I was. I don't remember a lot of those days, but yeah, I was
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Well, I remember the day when he gave us fits, and we rode him, and I feel like if we don't do that, he doesn't turn out to be the player he wound up being, because he was in a new environment, and I always say Grace was the best thing for him.
I totally agree, and it's not just the player in the here and now, but it's that you're going to carry that through life. We talked about this last night with the neighbors down the street. We're talking about how tough coaching the kids in sports. Kids that play sports, by and large, turn out to be really great, really good adults because they learn a lot of values and discipline along the way. You can get those at home, but there's something about playing sports and being involved in competitive sports that really takes that to the next level, and you carry that through with you the rest of your life. Even from right now, being my kid's 9, 10 years old, on to where your kids are now, you're always going to carry that through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sports always teach you more than just about a game. It teaches you adversity and how to handle adversity. And that's what's so great about it.
Absolutely. And now, it's easy to take a lot of it for granted right now, but man, you look back, and I always look back, and I think about the experiences we had. I'll think about certain things that happened to us in that time, and how we came out of that. But just more than that, you just remember the lessons you learned coming out of that. And even now, being 41 years old, I can think back to those times and think back to what I learned in those times. And the older you get, you definitely learn to appreciate things like that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's really exciting. But I know it's easy to get excited right now because the season's just starting. You're clicking on all cylinders, so to speak, right now, and that's an exciting time, and especially seeing how young the guys are. But when I see your highlights on Facebook, and I'm just looking at them like, man, this is really something. So it's easy to get excited about it and in the moment, but you want to take it with you through the future too, and just remember these times. Remember the good and the bad, because you'll get something out of both.
Yeah, absolutely. Win or lose, man, just being out there with your teammates and brothers, you'll remember that forever.
Absolutely. And and now the program now, the way it's established, I mean, you got a solid program. You got one of the best programs in the state right now when it comes to getting to state championships or winning your conference or whatever the case may be. I mean, this program is miles ahead to where it was.
Yeah, absolutely. And it took a lot of people to get it there. And man, I appreciate every one of them. Even all our coaches, man. We've had some good coaches come through there, and man, miss some of them, man.
Mm-hmm.
we got one coach, man. He's doing great in Texas now. David McGee. I don't know if you remember him.
I do remember him.
Yeah. David is coaching at 6A or 7A in Texas, and
wow,
having a lot of success, doing a great job there. And I always he posted a picture the other day about his first coaching job. It was assistant job with me, and so it's just cool to see guys like that. I think I've had a few guys going to be head coaches, and some that said, "Heck, I don't want to be no head coach. I like being assistant. I can leave when I want to, go home. I don't have to talk to anybody, And there's a few of them they'll tell me every day I'm not changing that role.
I would be in that camp. I am not cut out to be a head coach. I don't want to be a head coach. I'm assistant coach in basketball, and I'm assistant coach in softball, and I'm good with that. I just want to help where I can help, but I don't want to be the guy in charge.
Yeah, for sure.
And enjoy the success along the way. That's what I like. But just seeing the development, and at this age or any age, just watching that development come through and watch him grow and get better. That's every week and every game you want to see him get better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've been one of the things you've been really good at is building relationships and fostering those relationships with either former players or parents you have, and in that private school, that's essential. Relationships you build are essential to everything. That's how you're able to do the upgrades to the field every year, or even doing this show in a lot of ways is possible because of these parents and the time you put into building those relationships and selling this, so to speak, to these parents and getting them on board. So you've done a great job with that. Continue to do a great job with that every year.
Well, I appreciate that, man. We try. We just trying to promote these kids and trying to get them places, and we just look forward to the next guy. If he has an opportunity to play at the next level, we're going to try to push it, and if not, hey, we want them to be successful as human beings when they leave Grace.
And Logan, I know you haven't directly, but I know that, Coach, you've had some inquirement about him. I mean, obviously, it's out there. You've heard talk about it, I'm sure. How do you stay focused with that in your mind, knowing those conversations are taking place? Is it harder for you to stay focused, to be disciplined, or how do you manage that?
No, sir, it don't really affect me. It just makes me want to work harder, get better, show them that I can get better. Be the best I can be. That's what I look at. I just try to make myself better, worry about everything around me. I just trying to get better for my team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you don't. I can't imagine just being able to block that out. That's quite a gift. If you can block out the noise, that's an awful lot of noise, especially at a school like Grace when you've got that kind of attention. So that's really something. If you're able to block that out and kind of put it out of your mind and still stay focused and do the job at hand, that's really says something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of guys come through there that signed, and a lot of them, I think they understood, hey, it's all going to work out. I think Logan knows it's going to work out. You just got to do what you got to do and focus on your team, and those things are going to work itself out. I mean, no doubt about it. I think he's going to have a great opportunity. Brady's going to have an opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Brady sometimes doesn't believe that he's going to have an opportunity on the mound, but
you keep putting up numbers like this, you're going to have an opportunity.
What Brady's doing this year, the improvement, he's going to have an opportunity. I mean, you can't get enough arms at any level. I don't care who you are. And but yeah, so it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to helping those guys, achieve their dreams.
And Connor Campbell, you're more the DH role, but is that how you like that role? Do you like being a DH, or that was always hard for me. I always want to be in the field and doing more, but how do you adjust into that role, and how do you enjoy it?
If I'm being honest, I'd rather be a DH than be in the field. I think it's less stressful to be at bat because I don't got to worry about making mistakes in the field or anything. But I mean, also being a DH, striking out's always up there. But I'm enjoying it. I'm really thankful for the opportunity I'm getting, and yeah, I'm just really thankful for it.
Is this your first year being DH?
Yes, sir. It's actually my first year back at baseball. I took
wow.
a break fifth grade, and this year's my first year really back. So
wow. Well, what a year to come back.
Yes,
Yeah.
You got to be excited about what you're seeing around you.
Oh, yes, sir. It's so exciting.
That's great.
Yeah, Lane, that's what I was saying. Connor and Holden, if you look at our lineup from this past Friday night, we had two guys. They haven't played baseball in a few years. And they're in the lineup. And then we have another guy, Pierre Lemoyne, who, he didn't play baseball but maybe a year. And he started, I think, 8 of the 10 games so far. And then we got Jacob Harold, who's another eighth grader who, been playing travel ball. He's an 8th grader now, but playing travel to high school is totally different. And but he's done well. I mean, he's figuring a few things out. It is a tougher game. You're not always going to have success at this level, and but we're excited about the young prospects that we have, man.
There's a lot to be excited about, a lot to build on, and it's just to watch y'all come through the next couple of months is really going to be something, I think. And I can't wait to see how y'all do in conference and moving on to these the better teams that y'all are going to see and face. It's going to be something to see how your team responds to that and that competition. What do y'all have on deck for this coming week?
Well, we've kind of moved our schedule a little bit, so we were supposed to not play tomorrow. We'll wind up moving our Thursday game to tomorrow against Dotson. And then we're going to play ESA on Tuesday at home. So we're back-to-back home. And then we're supposed to go to East Bow on Friday, and then we're supposed to play Claiborne Christian on Saturday. And I'm really wanting to get that game in. I think it's a good competitive we've always had a good rivalry with those guys in the past, and I'm hoping we can get it in. But I can tell you this: Mother Nature doesn't look too good Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think they're calling 80%. So, if that continues to be like that, we might Tuesday maybe look at, adding somebody else or moving somebody else to that Thursday so we can at least get one more game. I don't want that to be the way we go into conference play with a couple rainouts.
Right, for sure. Keep these guys focused and not get the long break. And how are these teams? You said you're playing Dotson this week. How are they looking?
Yeah, Dotson's in a rebuild mode. They're in a big time rebuild mode. And then we got ESA. I went and watched those guys play last night. They're, Coach Broussard does a great job with them. They faced the kid on the mound last night, was about 6'5", 6'4", tall right-hander. He kind of gave them some fits with the arm angle. The game was close. I think it was like 3-1 in the fifth. They gave up a couple runs on a couple errors. Wound up being 5-1 going into the seventh, and they wound up putting another kid in to pitch, and he just lost the zone. And I think they wound up getting beat 7-1. But Coach Broussard does a good job. They're going to come ready to play. They've got some guys that that definitely we got to respect. Their leadoff guy is a guy who can run a little bit, left-hander. He'll be quick, athletic, and they like to run a little bit. I noticed that. So we'll have to be ready. They don't mind going the other way as well, but we'll have the kids ready. And then East Bow, I heard they just picked up a kid, I think from Rose Pines, throwing like 84, 85 now.
Wow.
I don't know much about them. They're a team. They got a new coach. We played them last year, but I heard they kind of changed everything, but don't know a whole lot about them. I know Claiborne, they just come off two big wins. I think they beat LaSalle in the bottom of the seventh, 11-10, which is a huge win for them. I think they won 3 or 4 in a row. Then they beat Simpson, who we see a lot. I think they beat them 8-2. So they'll be a good test. That's why we're hoping we don't get that one rained out. I was hoping maybe if we see the weather come up, we can maybe move that one up. But looking at their schedule, I see they have something Thursday, so I just don't know. But I will tell you, knowing me, I will try to find somebody.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
I just hate to go a whole weekend and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and not playing, and then you got conference the following week.
Well, who do y'all open up with at district?
Oak Hill.
Okay. And how are they this year starting off?
Coach Manny's got pretty much majority of the team back. I think they're 5-3 right now, and anytime you get in our district, it's going to be competitive games. The whole district is a pretty good district. Even the teams that you think might have a down year, you can throw out the records because in conference play you got to come ready to play. But my mindset is like one game at a time. With this power ranking system, we just got to play the next game, one game at a time, and no matter who it is, because all these games really matter with this system.
Right. Now, and didn't your district, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't your district change somewhat this year? Did you lose some and gain some?
Well, next year we leave the district. So It's this year it's still Glenmore, Bulls Charter, Oak Hill, Monterey, and Harrisonburg, and us.
Well, the one I got circled.
What is it now?
The one I got circled.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. So then next week we got next year we go to Picken, Fairview, Hicks, and Oak Hill and us.
You're gonna see Coach Chad next year.
Yeah. So I'm excited about him and JC. I talk to Chad a lot every week.
Sure.
Yeah, we talked actually yesterday, and matter of fact, he was like, "Hey, I got to get into fantasy baseball. I'm do fantasy football. I want to play some fantasy baseball."
Oh man,
I said, "Well, Chad, it's a little bit longer than." He said, "I said, but we don't play the whole season. We'll stop it around August." So I just sent him an invite to that. So he's
great.
pumped up about that.
Man, I love Coach Chad. Great guy.
Oh, how can you not, man?
Man, he's awesome. It's full of energy. Every time you see him, he's full of energy.
Oh, for sure, man.
Did you see him crowd surfing on Facebook the other day?
I did see him crowd surfing.
That was hilarious.
I mean, next time we have a fantasy football draft, we'll crowd surfing there. We'll see how that goes.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, now I need to see you crowd surf for the game now too.
Oh man, that will be interesting. That will be interesting. Campbell will probably want to do it.
Campbell would. I know Campbell would do it.
If I trust. I don't know about that one. Well, I have to see what kind of hype going on. If I get hyped up, I might. But.
I know Campbell will do it. He's got it in him. We can get Coach to do it too, though. We can get Coach Brown to do it. I'm sure you can do it. I mean, you do some wild stuff. You go to state now.
Oh yeah,
that could be something.
Throw the old mustache back.
That'd be great. Coach, you have anything to add for this week? Anything to keep an eye out on? I know the weather is obviously a concern, but other than that, you have anything to keep an eye on?
Just keep an eye on Campbell's kids back there.
This guy. It was a big box last night or this morning.
That's exciting.
No, just keeping us going in the right direction, just keeping us in the groove, and just being focused on one game at a time. And that's really the mindset right now. Is just working on us, not really focus on who we're playing. Working on us, work on the stuff we need to get better with, and in our weaknesses. I tell players all the time, don't if you're really good at something, just don't keep working on it. Work on something you're not good at, and focus on that and get better, and that'll make you a complete player. So that's really my mindset going forward. Work on us.
I agree with that. I think that's the mindset you got to have, and you're getting down to the good teams now. The competitiveness is going to pick up, and it's going to be a different focus, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think so. And we just got to be able to, like the other night, when you leave 12 men on base, we got to find a way to get some more of those runs in, and we just got to take some better approaches. They didn't do anything that we, to really shut us down. It was kind of us. We popped up some balls, or we hit some balls that we should have put on the ground, or whatever it may be. And we probably should have, we knew we probably should have ended the first inning up 4 or 5-0. And we just didn't do a couple small things, but it's going to happen. And we'd rather it happen then than later.
Oh, for sure. And you're still young. I mean, it's going to be, a lot of that's going to come with experience.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, it's been a good show and a good week of Warriors baseball, and we're looking forward to the next week and seeing what comes, and hopefully the weather is going to hold off for us.
I hope so, man. Hopefully we'll get a couple games in. At least I'd like to see if we can get at least 3 of the 4 in. Hopefully that'll work out. And praying that Claiborne Christian game, we can get that one in at the end of the week.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I know that'd be a big one to get in right before district play, get y'all going in the right direction. A good what we call a tune-up game. They're a good team, so that'd be good for y'all, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all joining me. Logan, Brady, Connor, Coach Campbell, appreciate y'all again, and good luck this week and going forward.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too.
See y'all tomorrow, guys.